Hello and welcome to the Beyond the Hustle podcast. My name is Lydia and I'm a mindset and business coach for high-achieving entrepreneurs. In this podcast, I share insights into how you can create a life of freedom, happiness, and personal fulfillment while increasing financial success way beyond what you have achieved with hustle alone so far. Plus, every other week, I interview inspiring and out-of-the-box thinking entrepreneurs. Have fun and enjoy. Hello and good morning, my lovely ones, and welcome to a new podcast episode, which is 5 mindset principles you need to kickstart your investment journey now. And please bear with me, I was ill for 2 weeks and my voice is, I think, back to normal. It might be that it's a tiny little bit nasal still. And also if you feel the energy is not as amazing today in this episode, it is because I'm still after 2 weeks of being ill, of having COVID, but all good. It was a really, really great time to slow down for me. And I will definitely make another episode around this topic, fully letting go of the overachiever type and just stepping into slowing down and all of that. But this is not today's topic. So now you know when you think, oh, she sounds tired. Yeah, I'm still a tiny little bit tired. And if you wonder hey, why am I getting sleepy while listening to this episode? Then you know it's probably induced from my voice. No, that's a joke. So all good. I'm really excited about doing this episode because as I think you have already probably seen on other social media channels, and I think I also mentioned it, that I started my investment journey last year. And one of the principles that I'm going to mention is actually start now. Don't wait until you have X amount of money in your bank account or whatever. Start now, because I wish I had someone tell me that. Even 5 years ago when I barely made any money, there is this funny thing. If you just put €5 away every month, and it's just gone from the beginning on, you will still survive. If you have €100, you will still survive with €95. It's so interesting. This is where this principle of profit first comes from. If you take the money away, it's not there for you to use. You will still make it work. But as long as you wait to make the profit and have more money to then put money away, you will never get there because our expenses, they grow with the money that we make. So it is as easy to get rid of 100K a year than it is easy as to get rid of 20K a year. So with investment, you have to put the money aside and use it from the beginning on. You can't wait until you make X amount of surplus money because you will always spend it. So with the principle of profit first, putting the money for you away first, and then you will still be able to survive. And with the principle of starting now, I can only urge or only invite you to really start now and not to wait another 2 years. Because as I said, I wished someone told me earlier, but no one did. So I basically started last year, and that is also good. And there are amazing opportunities out there. You can actually join one of my Telegram groups. Well, it's my main Telegram group. I'm going to put it into the show notes, where I'm going to share a little bit from my investment journey, what I'm doing, what's working out for me, how much passive income I'm making already. And I also give you the chance to join some opportunities if you want. No financial advice. But the main thing is what I'm always very much focusing on is the mindset principles. How do you think? Because this is a big part of success or not success when you want to invest and when you want to build wealth. So I'm not the financial advisor for you. I'm really the mindset advisor for you. And this is also what this episode is about and also what the group is about. I will share opportunities with you there. And I will also focus on coaching around how to have an optimal mindset, so to say, when it comes to investment. And this comes from my experience around how to calm your nervous system, how to gain emotional and mental maturity, and not so much on put this amount there and this amount there. So I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a bank accountant or whatever. I really come from the mindset side of things. Okay, this being said, I already mentioned the first principle, which is start now, put money aside now. And if it's €5, €50, €500, €5,000, whatever, and start using it now. Don't wait until tomorrow or 3 years. And this comes from a mindset of working or living in the now instead of waiting for it to happen. The more you wait for better times, the longer you'll wait, because this is the energy you put out there. It is this putting it into the future. And with that, you just create more waiting time and you will wait forever, so to say. So start now, very important. And you can start with €5. It's not about having 50,000 or 500,000 euros lying around somewhere and then you can start investing. No, the amazing times we have right now, they really give you opportunities where you can you can start with almost nothing. And what comes next is a next principle: use what you can lose. And this is important. I don't really mean with that, I see it a little bit differently, but first and foremost, use what you can lose. And what I mean with it, what you can lose emotionally and mentally. Yes, I'm a person who takes risks. So I sometimes bet big, but I'm okay. In case I lose, I will be emotionally and mentally okay. And this is the most important thing. Most of us, we don't really have an issue with physical survival anymore. Most of us, if you have a phone, I guess you probably also have a roof over your head. You probably have food and all of that. So I'm talking to people here who are, when it comes to the needs being met, you probably have the basic needs met. And then on top of that, it really is about, not stepping into a gamble. I'm going to gamble my house, my wife, my kids, my dog, my whatever. No, of course not. But when I speak about use what you can lose, I really mean on a mental and emotional level, because the investment game really comes down to that. How mature are you? Are you going to invest from an energy of lack, from, oh my goodness, I have to jump into this opportunity, otherwise it's gone and I'll be poor forever? Or are you coming from a place of, this really feels good. I have done my inner work. I have built a wealth consciousness. So I'm going to bet big on this one. In case it doesn't work, I'm not detached to the outcome. So in case I'm going to lose money, I'll be fine. Even if you have you have bet a lot of money, it's hard to explain. We probably, you would have to talk to me personally so that I can give you some better examples how I mean that. But really what it comes down to is making investments from a place of personal power and from a mindset of abundance. And then you can play big. It's so interesting. Then you can play and bet, almost bet big. Okay, and with that being said, with this focus on emotional maturity and really doing the inner work, a very important other step is grounding, whatever that means to you, because we step into virtual realms now, with everything on the horizon when it comes to technical advancements, we are moving much more beyond the body. There are people out there who sit in front of their computer, they earn their money in virtual reality, metaverse, and whatever else is out there. And you lose connection with your body. And I would say the people who can keep a sound connection with their body, being able to see what is happening on an emotional level, mental level, and physical level, calming the nervous system, all of that shit. The people who have this in place will be the people who will be the most successful when it comes to investments in our new reality, so to say. Investment is changing dramatically. In the coming years, you will see massive changes. And for that, I would say it's even more important to ground yourself. Be this in nature, be this through body work, be this through exercise, through sports, through the work you do with yourself. There are a gazillion ways how to focus on that, but do it. Really working on having a good connection with your body will be vital, will be a huge key factor that you can do to be successful in the coming years, in the years ahead. Then, what is another part or another point from the 5 I want to give you today? Really important. No shortcuts. And it all ties nicely together. When I speak about grounding, when I speak about starting now and only using what you can mentally and emotionally lose, it really also goes together with this concept of no shortcuts. Security is key. Again, when we go into these virtual realms more and more through technical advancements, security will be so crucial that you take care of your house, so to say, that you take care of what you're working with, and that you are in it again with the idea of I'm in it for the long game. And you can go back some of my old podcast episodes where I speak about delayed gratification and why it is so important. And this, again, will be also so important when it comes to your investment journey. Can you calm your nervous system so much that you are fine with delayed gratification? Or are you in a lack mindset and you need the outcome now? You need the millions now in this moment. And if the return is not there, you freak out or you just don't do it. You have not understand the power of the compounding effect, for example. You have not understand the concept of delayed gratification. So this is something for you to work on, to understand it is not about shortcuts. Yes, you can become extremely wealthy nowadays. You don't need to have millions in the bank account to become a very wealthy person. We have different times now. But if you constantly hop onto projects and shiny objects that give you the idea of, I can have it all today, and you don't ground yourself, and you have no emotional security in place. So you go totally crazy. Whatever someone offers you, you're like, I need this, like there is no detachment. There is utter attachment. If that is the place, then you have work to do. And this is when your investments will fail because you will pick the wrong ones. Not because you need to do all this crazy research. Like, of course, do your own research. You will pick all the wrong investments when you come from an energy of lack. Then, of course, you will pick investments that will create more lack for you because that's the vibration you're on. And if you're in a rush, oh my goodness, if you're in a rush and you want it now, and again, you're coming from a perspective of lack, from a mindset of lack, you will create more stress and more stressful outcomes for yourself. So this is where you really have to take a different perspective. It doesn't start with, oh, what should I invest in? Should I invest in gold, in real estate, in projects, in DeFi, in I don't know what. It doesn't start there. It really starts with your grounding and your mental and emotional maturity, and with this knowledge or even wisdom. It's not about shortcuts. It's about the long game. It's about delayed gratification. It's about detaching from the outcome, and it's about detaching from the need. I need so much money now. That's lack. If you need money, it's coming from a lack perspective. If you just step into abundance and know that everything is already there and it's already for use for the taking, you put out a very different vibration, or you are on a very different vibration. You put out a very different energy. And this is when really good projects can come to you. Out of nowhere. This is how it happened to me. Okay, very important part. No shortcuts. Focus on delayed gratification, on the power of compounding interests. And again, I'm in different groups now, and I can see the difference of people who have understood this concept and people who go crazy and they really bet on their mother, and then they get extremely angry when things don't work in their time frame. They get extremely demanding on other people. They basically become little kids. And this is the work you have to do. You have to become a real grown-up to play in this game successfully. And if you start there, you will always be successful. If you start from there and not like, oh, what should I invest in? And rather, how can I stabilize myself? Or how can I work with my shadow on all these things that are going to crawl out of my closet once shit hits the fan? Because you will probably have a learning curve. All people I know who have been utterly successful, for example, in the current things out there right now, they have betted on the wrong horse. and they had their steep learning curve. But how you deal with that, this is the big question. So yeah, I can only urge you to step up your mental game before you go into during or while you go into your different investment strategies. And then the last point I want to make is to grow or to expand your wealth consciousness, to create or to invite, whatever word you want to use, of wealth consciousness. And for that, we can do many different things. It really has to do what is the journey of, like, what's your money journey? How did your parents speak about money? How did you grow up? Did you grow up with wealth? Did someone in your family lose lots of wealth or lots of money? Did people gamble? How were people with lots of money, how were they spoken about? What are your own beliefs around money? This is what you have to look at, because you will create your investment journey along these lines. If you have in your mind something around wealthy people are horrible and you don't want to be a horrible person, you will make sure to only pick wrong investment things or lose the money again. If you think it's difficult to make lots of money, you just won't come across high-paying investment opportunities. You just won't see them because you're not a match to them. Or if you think making a lot of money is so hard, I have to work hard for it. Of course, easy things, you will always put everything that seems to be too easy into the folder of scam. And there are amazing things out there that are not scams, that make people extremely rich. But you won't see them because everything that's easy will be scam for you. And you will, it's so interesting when people speak about scams out there. They forget that the uber wealthy, I mean the 1%ers out there, the billionaires, for them, it is extremely easy to make money. They just let their money work for them. There is no difficulty anymore. And they invest in things that no one even hears of. So this idea of easy money is a scam is kind of bullshit, because this is how people make money. But you don't make the money because you keep it in the folder and in the drawer of scam. And this is a mindset issue. This is not a factual issue of what is out there. This is really, it all starts with your mindset. And wealth consciousness, if you expand your wealth consciousness or into wealth consciousness, you will make investments work for you. So whatever you're going to pick, you will make good and sound choices, and you will be able to trust yourself on those choices, and they will start working for you. Again, it's a vibrational game. If you have stepped more into wealth consciousness, you will be wealthy, no matter what, whatever you're going to pick. And if you are still in poverty consciousness and in all limiting beliefs around wealth and money and all of this, you will keep picking the wrong stuff or failing at things. So it's not about what you pick, it's about the mindset you have. And it's about how expanded or how mature of a wealth consciousness you have or lack consciousness. So let me summarize the 5 principles I mentioned today. It is start now. Best point to start was yesterday, and the second best time is today. Start now with whatever you have. Like if it's €5 a month, start with that. Then use what you can emotionally and mentally lose. For me, I do bet big, but I bet big, like with a nervous system that is calm. And if I lose big, it's okay for me. So really use what you can lose on that level. And that might be that you're a millionaire, but right now you can only use safely €1,000 because the rest would bring you into a frenzy. Or you could have €10,000 and you are so strong mentally and emotionally that you can use it all. You'll be fine with that. So it's really not a specific number that you can use. In my eyes, again, no financial advice. Then don't take freaking shortcuts. Focus on delayed gratification. This is key, and this will expand exponentially for you. If you stick to the power of compounding interest and the power of compounding itself, it will accelerate. It will start slow and then it will accelerate massively. And then grounding, working on your inner game, on your mental game and grounding, focusing on your body and really taking this into account while we are more and more moving into a virtual reality, into a virtual world. And last point, mindset. Everything around mindset and expand your wealth consciousness. Get rid of all limiting beliefs and all the rest of lack mindset in yourself and really expand on your wealth consciousness, because then everything will start working out for you because you are a vibrational match to wealth. And as long as you are not, you won't become wealthy. Okay. And again, an invitation to join my Telegram group where I go a little bit deeper into all these topics. The link will be in the show notes. And of course, if you have questions, if you actually want me to go deeper into a specific topic, send me a message there and I might take you up on that specific question in one of my next episodes. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for listening and until the next episode. Did you like this podcast episode? Then please share it with people who you know could benefit from it. Also, I would be super grateful if you could leave me a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It would mean such a lot to me. If you want to stay connected with me, please join my Telegram channel for daily mini reminders around mindset, business growth, investing, and living life to the fullest. Or message me directly on Instagram or LinkedIn. You will find all the links in the show notes. Thank you for listening and until the next episode. Much love, Lydia.